As we sail through an ocean of ignorance and tyranny, it can be difficult to maintain hope and encouragement. Storms batter our sails, waves pound the hull, and without any navigation, we float aimlessly. However, with the right captain, hope can be restored and the ship can push through any tempest. Good afternoon, Patriots, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be twofold. First, we'll dive into the story of a historical captain who fought ferociously against the world's most powerful empire. Then, we'll showcase how modern-day captains use that same ferocity against tyranny and corruption. As always, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and keep supporting the brave patriots down below. Now, sit back, relax, grab your drink, and let's get started. As previewed on Monday, this video will dive into the one, the only, John Paul Jones. Born in Scotland in 1747, John Paul quickly fell in love with the sea, joining the British merchant fleet at age 12. Although he was a first mate on a slave ship in 1766, he soon left the trade in disgust. From 1769 through 1772, John Paul sailed throughout the West Indies as a British merchant shipmaster. After killing the leader of his mutinous crew, John fled to Virginia in 1773. Viewed as a fugitive by the British, he concealed his identity by changing his surname from Paul to Jones. Once the American Revolution started to kick off, John Paul Jones saw this as his opportunity to fight against tyranny. Eager to fight the British, John Paul Jones used his political connections with the Continental Congress to gain a commission as a naval officer. From 1775 to 1777, Jones sailed America's eastern coastline, raiding the British fisheries and capturing 16 British ships. Undaunted, he spent the following year sailing the British Isles and executing devastating raids along England's shores. Captain Jones's ferocity climaxed on September 1779 when he fought against a 44-gun British Navy frigate. Although his own vessel was burning and sinking, Jones refused the British demand for surrender, replying, "I have not yet begun to fight." More than 3 hours later, the British frigate surrendered, and Jones took command. If you want further information on this fascinating story, there are more links down below. While Captain John Paul Jones may be long gone, his spirit endures. The ability for one person to wreak so much havoc against a tyrannical and oppressive empire is astounding. Today, that same ferocity lives on in all of us, whether it be Joe Rogan taking mainstream media head on and exposing them as liars, or James O'Keefe with Project Veritas exposing governmental corruption. Both of them are modern day John Paul Jones. They go headlong, straight into the fight, and they attack tyranny directly. In closing, if you find yourself becoming cynical or disheartened in this ocean of corruption, remember that you are the captain of your ship. You determine what will happen. You can be a sheep and succumb to the waves of despair, or you can be like John Paul Jones and plunge headlong into the fight against tyranny. Go on the offense and expose the tyrants directly. Never surrender, never submit. This is Constitution Vet, signing out.